Considering Carey Price's chronic fatigue was diagnosed by his wife's nutritionist, Shea Weber's long undiagnosed tendon injury, as well as the way the Canadiens have handled concussions, should there be a concern about the Montreal Canadiens medical staff?
I think so. I mean, you look back, Carey Price taking the shot off the mask in Philadelphia, being allowed to stay in the game. Al Montoya taking the Bufflin shot off the mask in Winnipeg, being allowed to stay in the game, concussion afterwards. You go back to the mysterious lower body injury with Price this season, the fact it was his wife's nutritionist who diagnosed him with chronic fatigue.
Maybe they should just hire his wife's nutritionist.
Well, the Weber situation, like, why did it take some guy in Green Bay to figure out what was wrong with his foot and the operations done there? I think there's a lot of question marks that surround the medical staff right now with the Canadiens. I think that, just look at the facts. I don't think it's that tells the story.
But it's even Phillip Danault as well, as he had to miss games with a stiff neck. Now, that definitely has to do with the concussion. You can't say that they're not related.
They say it's
all.
Not. They said it's not. Yeah.
The same way, even when after the Tuesday's game, when Andrew Shaw needed help leaving the ice and they still wouldn't admit that he had a concussion, well, anyone watching at home knows that. And I have very, very little medical experience. I barely passed grade 9 bio, and I knew that. So I think it is something that they have to start realizing, that health of athletes are becoming more and more in the in the front line, that people are talking about that and the after effects of playing a sport. So yeah, they have done some questionable decisions.
Yeah, I don't know how to really comment on this one other than that. I know Dr. Mulder for years. I know he's not the head guy per se, but he certainly has done a wonderful job here. I've seen him save guys' life on the ice. He's certainly a well-qualified physician and a sweetheart of a guy. Some of the newer guys, I don't know them. I can only really speak for Dr. Mulder, but I'll tell you one thing. Last night, when Shaw was down as long as he was, and Graham Reinben was out there, I saw the doctor over on the boards, like, looking.
He was waiting for the call.
Looking, and honestly, I don't know why he wasn't there, why he just didn't go out in the ice when the players landed.
That's a good question.
Instead of just a trainer. Not that Graham isn't qualified, but,
second opinion
what's going on there? And get that doctor on the ice. I know Dr. Mulder probably would have been out there a lot sooner had it been him in charge.
The concussion thing, I wonder too, how much of a message are they being given, the coaches and the GMs, from Gary Bettman and the NHL? Because Bettman still refuses to admit there's any link between concussions and hockey and CTE. So, like, are the GMs and coaches being told, do not ever say it's a concussion? Because, I mean, if Andrew Shaw didn't have a concussion,
But even remember Phillip Danault, concussion-like symptoms.
Like,
what does that even mean?
It's bad for business. Go to hockeyinsideout.com now and check out this week's full episode.